So we are live. Okay, cool. Hi, Kitty. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to kind of talk about something that's been on my mind as far as like content creation and everything. So something that kind of has been bothering me is it feels like um when people try to make content and promote it and put it out there, at least uh in my experience, it feels like nobody cares. I try to promote it and share it as much as possible, and it feels like I just get ignored. Like no one actually cares about what I'm posting, and it's been really frustrating because I post quite frequently, and when I don't, it's usually because I'm having a bad mental health day or a week or a few weeks or something. Um, Being that I do suffer from mental illness, um, I don't always have the motivation or drive to post sometimes because I'm dealing with a lot in my personal life. And so it makes it hard to post consistently back to back to back to back and everything, which makes it hard to, I guess, have a audience. I guess um I don't always live stream. I mainly post videos like ones that are uh recorded and not like live like I'm doing right now. Um, but sometimes I do stream and it's mainly they're they're very random. I don't plan them because it just depends on what my mood is. But this was more this was kind of random too, but there was something behind it. Obviously, this rant that I'm going on that was meant for it, but um yeah, it's been something that's been bothering me for a while. Um and I don't know how to really, I don't know. Like I want to be a good content creator, and I want to have an audience and a fan base of people who support my content, whether it be my music or whether it be these gaming videos or whatever content that I decide to post on this third channel that I'm trying to come up with. I just want people who will support me in whatever I decide to make or do, um, because I love and enjoy making content. Like it's the thing that makes me happy. Like I genuinely enjoy it. It's the thing that helps me thrive because it makes me feel like I'm doing something worth spending my time on. It doesn't feel like it's a waste of time. It makes me feel like I'm doing something to be part of a community because that's what I want. I want to be part of a community. Like that's what I want. I want to be part of a community that is loving, that is kind, that is healthy, that supports each other. That's, I guess, kind of like a family, I guess. Like that's what I aim towards, but it never feels that way. Or at least in my experiences, it's never been like that. And that's always kind of frustrated me because I I want to be part of a good community that comes together, that supports each other when times get rough, but also when things are great. And that's all I've ever wanted. And I've been so frustrated and kind of down because it feels like I don't get that. And that's been something that's really been bothering me. because I want to feel like I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time doing this, because there are days where I do feel like I'm like, oh, I'm wasting my time. There's no point in doing this. Nobody cares. My content, or my, I guess my attempt to entertaining sucks, and my content sucks, and I'm boring, and it feels like this just sometimes doesn't go anywhere, and I get really frustrated and angry with myself because I do sometimes feel like this is a waste of time, and I hate feeling that way because I don't want to feel like I am just wasting my time doing something that won't prosper, that won't grow, that won't become something significant or, great. And I I've just been so burnt out because I keep trying to put out content and figure out what gets the most views, what gets the most likes and interactions. Like, what are people coming to my videos for? What are they getting out of my videos? Am I just entertaining? Am I helping people get through something tough by giving them entertainment? Like what am I actually doing with my content for the people that do decide to watch my videos? Like I kind of want to have what I guess I call the Markiplier effect, because being that Markiplier is my favorite YouTuber, I want to help people escape from their troubles, even just for a little while, even if it's, you know, 30 minutes or an hour, 2, 3 hours, or however long my videos are. For that amount of time, I want to be able to help people escape from the stuff that they're going through, because I know life is and can be very, very stressful and difficult and hard and breaking to the point where you don't feel like continuing. Because I feel like that some days where I'm just like, I don't want to keep going. This is exhausting. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I don't want to live anymore. Like, I have those days. And it I feel like it's stupid at the same time, because I only have, I think, what, 15 subscribers. I don't have very many. I don't. I have a very small subscriber count. And the thing is, I upload like I have a ton of subscribers, because I have a ton of videos. And I try to use hashtags. I try to make interesting thumbnails. I try to make good titles, and I try to make them as entertaining as possible. I don't always put a description, even though that I feel like I probably should. I don't, because I feel like the video should speak for itself. But um I I guess there are things that I don't put in because I feel like, oh, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna do anything. My videos will just be the same. There won't be any difference. I don't know. I won't feel like me doing the hashtags and the titles and the thumbnails and the description and doing all these details when you go to upload a video. I just don't feel like sometimes I just feel like they don't matter. And I I feel like maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I also feel like genuine information to help content creators, whether it be live streamers or uh, let's players or whatever you want to call us, I feel like there's a lot of information and genuine wisdom and advice that certain individuals gatekeep and keep to themselves because they don't want to see other people grow. They want it all for themselves, because there are a lot of content creators, and I use that word loosely for those who abuse it, who are selfish. They're they're very, very self-absorbed, and they're awful, awful people. And I hate saying that because there are a lot of us that are also are good. They're great, wonderful human beings. Like for example, Markiplier is a wonderful, wonderful person. He is the most amazing person that I I watch. I guess from a fan perspective. I don't want to say that I know because I don't know him personally, but from what he puts out, um, he from my perspective, he seems like a genuinely good person because he seems like he has a really big heart and just loves and cares for everybody. And I inspired to be like him because he's an idol to me and I look up to him. And he's been really the only role model that I've ever had, and I've always strived to be like him, you know, and that's the only kind of role model that I've ever have really had. Um, and it's difficult because I strive to be like him. I try to be a good person, and I thrive to help people because I've been through so much in the short amount of years that I've been here, being that I'm only 24. I'm still very, very young, but in the time that I have been alive, I have been through very hard and trying times. And I know what it's like to struggle and to suffer because life dealt you the shittiest hand possible, and trying to I guess get through that or conquer that or what's the word that I'm looking for? Um, I guess to rise above it and become better because of it is really fucking hard. It's so fucking hard. And I know what that's like. And that's why I try to go out of my way to help others because I don't want anyone to ever feel like I do. And knowing that other people do feel like the way that I do breaks my heart because I don't ever want anyone to feel the way that I do. And it kills me because I want to see people happy and living their best lives, you know, and because I want to be able to do that same exact thing, like I want to be able to live happily and in peace and harmony with the universe, like I want to be able to live without having to feel like I have to constantly struggle and suffer and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind my entire life. Like that just doesn't seem realistic. Like I what's there's a saying that I have always heard. Um I can't remember exactly how it is, but it's something like to the effect of like we 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 live to work, not work to live, or something like that. I can't think what it is, and like why spend your entire life working and working and working and working and only late into your life, a while before you pass away. Let's say maybe it's in your 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Only then can you have a quiet, peaceful retirement. Like why can't we work a job and come home and be able to still enjoy life without feeling like we have to constantly struggle and suffer just to live in peace. I've never understood that concept in society. I've never, ever understood that. It's never made sense to me. I I want to work a job that is fulfilling, but also come home and feel like I'm doing something that also fulfills me, so that I never feel like I'm doing something out of spite or out of what's the word I'm looking for? Um Out of like I just can't think right now. But basically, I don't want to feel like I have to do something because I have to do it because it's by force. Like that's exhausting. It's like it just it's exhausting, and I hate it, and I hate feeling like I have to constantly struggle and suffer just to thrive, to have that little bit of happiness that gives me that motivation to continue. It's just it's been so fucking hard, and I feel so exhausted and burnt out, you know, and that sucks, and I wish there was a way out of this constant struggle to get out of survival mode and live in this way of life that it's like that saying, live like, or it's something like basically you have to flow like water. You have to be like water. You have to just but yeah.